CRTX FOCUS. Exotic Sub Dad, aka no discount code Dad, back after another hiatus. I'm sorry, guys. CRTX FOCUS. Let's get into it. Doing this review on the fly. Let's get into this one. So, shout out to Gym Dad Fitness. He is the one who actually made me aware of this product. I've been looking for a good daily nootropic, low caffeine, has your essentials, alpha GPC, lion's mane mushroom, all the good stuff. I think we all know what are the efficacious ingredients at this point if you've been taking pre-workouts and nootropics long enough. So, of course, up 2 of these bottles of CRTX FOCUS, and I'm not going to bore you with the label. From what I recall, it's very low caffeine, very manageable. I think that's the biggest thing. Both caffeine anhydrous, dicaffeine, malate, I'll put it up. It's under 200, maybe even less than 150. I can't recall. I did not plan to do this review right now. Driving back from the airport after a long weekend. And of course, it has alpha GPC at a reasonable dosage. It also has a couple others, which are a very good synergistic group of ingredients that you wouldn't need any more, you wouldn't need any less. Now, you know, ever since the Wing Nootropic reformulated and, of course, released version 2, the terrible, just complete catastrophe of a release of a new version with excessive amounts of alpha GPC at 1,000 milligrams, I think 1,200 milligrams of alpha GPC, which by no means can be good for any physiological or neurological process in your body. Even if you're not taking it every single day, why would you want one product to hit you with 1,200 milligrams of alpha GPC? To each their own. I keep it real, no discount code Dad, no filter. You know how I do my reviews. So the version 1 was one of the best nootropics I ever had. Not sure why they completely demolished that superior product. And now it's, of course, completely just not even sustainable for any type of use. So in terms of CRTX, I'll get into the experience and I'll tell you exactly the way I take it. So typically in the morning, these days I haven't been working out as much. I'll be honest with you guys, I just do not have the time to work out, nor am I finding the time between my 3 kids' activities, school, after school, extracurriculars. It is just chaos, and chaos in a good way. I think it goes without saying, I enjoy it. I love taking care of my kids. I love seeing them grow up, love taking them to swimming, basketball, but it just overall minimizes the time and the energy that I have to work out as often as I used to. So with that said, it's been great to try a nootropic that has been working. I'll have it with either a cup of coffee or your Celsius or your 5-hour energy. I've also coupled it with 5-hour energy. You know, there's so many sources these days, for good or for bad, for all of us fine individuals and humans who need caffeine to function. You add a couple of these on top and you got yourself a very well-balanced, focused experience. You have the option of taking an additional 3, and I believe if you take the full 6 throughout your day, it comes out to 600 milligrams of alpha GPC. I believe. Don't quote me. Again, this was a completely impromptu review that I'm doing right now. Did not even study the label, but you got it in front of you. So, you know, it's a manageable amount. It's not an amount of alpha GPC that I'm going to go to bed thinking, man, those NCBI studies about it increasing ischemic stroke and taking alpha GPC every day. So you want to be comfortable with what you are consuming. So this is a product where I don't necessarily take all 6 every single day. Sometimes I'll take 2, sometimes I'll take 3. Sometimes I'll take 6 if it's a really hectic day. But it gives you the flexibility that you would be seeking and a nootropic that doesn't disrupt your daily routine, morning routine, in terms of what you consume, with or without breakfast. As you know, I intermittent fast, so I take these empty on a fully empty stomach. So it may be different. Typically, for nootropic supplements across the board, they always direct taking it on an empty stomach. So that is a pervasive instructions and guidelines when it pertains to certain ingredients, especially cholinogenic ingredients like alpha GPC or acetylcholine. So I can't speak on how the experience would be if you have it with a meal. It would certainly be a much more diluted experience, or perhaps not as efficacious of an experience. But that's been my experience. I think it's a great, well balanced nootropic. Well, the only other ingredient that perhaps they could have added to this one is acetyl-L-carnitine. Acetyl-L-carnitine has shown profound benefits in terms of energy transport, brain function, and it synergizing with other ingredients which are already in this nootropic. That's the only thing that would have made this an even more robust product. And in terms of, if I could compare this product with anything else out there on the market today, to me, this is like a caffeinated version of MindLab Pro, but slightly better in the sense where the ingredients are more simplistic, but yet very well sourced, and the cost is a little more reasonable than MindLab Pro. So that's the only product that comes to mind. I've done a separate video on MindLab Pro. You guys can check it out. It's one of my favorites. It is really a surprising product that has really given me some good benefits. So I hope you found that helpful. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, because we all know on this channel it's all organic. That's why whether I have 200, whether I have 100 subscribers, at the end of the day, I'm no discount code dad. And all that matters is my honesty and transparency, and the fact that you guys spend your money more educated, more that you guys spend your money in a more educated and efficient manner. That's it from me, Exotic Sub Dad. Check it out. I'll catch you on the next one.